Okay, to get started with your fake faux stained glass, you're going to start with your frame. This is real glass, so be careful with it because it will break. So you're going to unwrap it, and you see back here we have this cardboard piece that holds the glass in place, and you're just going to take that out. There are these little metal pieces that you peel, and then you can recycle this. And then you are going to find an image that you like. You can freehand this if you would like, but I am not a very good artist. I'm not great at drawing, so I wanted to trace something to show you how easy it is, that you don't need to be an artist to do this craft. You just need to be crafty. So I used, for my search terms in the search engine, I did free stained glass patterns, and that's exactly what came up. I found this really nice dragonfly, and it's a nice little circle. You don't need to use a stained glass pattern like this. You can use some other things that I tried searching were succulent outline illustration, or cat outline illustration, dog outline illustration, sun and moon outline illustration, whatever you want, but you want something that's got these nice outer lines if you're going to trace, because that's going to help us with our drawing. And if you've seen stained glass, it's got those thick, dark lines in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm using a Sharpie marker, use a permanent marker, and I'm going to trace all of my lines. So remember, when you are working on this, just be careful not to press down too hard because this is glass. Just be careful. So I'm going to trace. If you make a mistake and you do not like the lines that you have drawn, or you want to start over, you can use rubbing alcohol or even just water and a textured paper towel or towel to clear your slate and try again. Even though this is a permanent marker and it does take a little bit of work to get it off, that's the nice thing about marker and glass, is that you can actually start over if you need to. Okay, and then when you're all done, you can move your picture away, and then you'll be able to see. I'm actually gonna flip it over so I have a white background so I can see. And then you'll see what you have, and you can smooth out any lines. You can see the first pass isn't totally opaque, so in the places where I went over it a second time, the black line is a lot stronger. It's a more saturated, complete black. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through and clean up my lines, make them smoother, and enhance the black. You can also make the lines thicker at this time, because what we'll be doing is then we will flip this over and we'll paint on the back. And when we paint on the back, the thicker lines just give us more of an area to fill in neatly and cleanly. You'll see what I mean when we start to paint. Okay, so for me, this is good. You can see that my lines got darker when I went over it again. I'm going to do over here too. And then you can spend a little bit more time than I am just neatening everything up, but I do like that I made all of the lines thicker. So now what you're going to do is you're going to get your paint colors and your paintbrush. We are going to flip this over carefully. And we'll paint on the back. Okay, so for this part, I have given you a bunch of bright, fun colors, and you need to provide your own school glue. So this is, regular glue. It dries clear, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for something to help our colors dry translucent. Okay, so now I have an empty palette as well, and so you're going to scoop some glue into. You could do this on a paper plate or something. You don't need to use a paint palette unless you have one. Right, and I'm going to start. Right, so I scoop some of my color in here and I mix it up. You don't really need a lot, as you can see. And if it looks sloppy and strange to you right now, I'll show you what it looks like when we turn it over. See, I can kind of go over a little bit because the black lines are going to hide some of it. But I really want to get to the lines and I want to stay in the lines. Right, like right over here. I'll see if I can zoom in on that. It's not totally right to the line, so I can go over a little bit, but again, I want to stick in the lines. Right, so this looks kind of sloppy and a little weird right now, but I'm going to carefully flip it over. You'll see that my lines have kept everything right nice and tidy. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and keep on going and fill in my entire dragonfly. I'll show you what it looks like and then I'll let it dry and show you what that looks like. Don't forget to get a bowl full of water and some paper towels or towels to clean your brush in between colors. You can control how opaque or translucent your colors are by adding less paint to more glue or by layering. As it dries, you can layer. You also don't have to put it on as thick as I am, right? So I'm really putting it on thick, but if I were to kind of scrape as I paint, it's going to be a lot more see-through. But the glue itself dries clear, so we'll see what the effect is when we're done. Okay, so this is what I have right now. It looks super sloppy from this side, but we are going to carefully lift this up and flip it over just to see what it looks like right now while it's still wet. Ta-da! Okay, so it's hard to tell what it's going to look like exactly. In some of the edges where it's drying, it looks pretty sheer. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have to go back in with a second coat or a more opaque coat, add more of the paint to it. So we'll see what it looks like when it dries, but this is what it looks like wet, and we'll see. We'll be back in a couple hours. Something that you can do if you don't like how something dried, I had a little bit of a crack in my paint, is to take some water or rubbing alcohol on a sponge and rub the area. Because we used school glue, it is washable and you can peel it. So I got the area kind of damp and I was able to peel it away with my orange stick. And now when it is scraped away to satisfaction, I can dry it really, really well and paint over that section again. When everything is dry and you're satisfied with your image, you will carefully glue the glass back into your picture frame. I used hot glue in each corner. You could use a strong permanent craft glue, and then I put it in the window so that I could look at it every day. I hope you enjoy.